Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I do have that chilly video of him being pulled over, and I know a lot of you were asking when it was going to drop, and it's dropping today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Anyways, what is the one thing that Chili tells everybody? Do not talk to the police. Yet, why is it whenever he's pulled over or confronted, he can't shut the hell up? It's like the first thing he says is, don't talk to the police and don't forget to use your trifold. However, his trifold was never even used in this video. He didn't even attempt to use the trifold, which, I mean, really doesn't matter because we've seen him get pulled over and try and use the trifold and he is ticketed. And then we've seen him get pulled over and not use the trifold and he's still ticketed. So I don't know how much convincing it takes his subscribers to learn that Chili is nothing but full of crap. But hopefully, the more he's pulled over and the trifold doesn't save him like he claims it does, hopefully they'll start to see that. Or they'll just start learning it the hard way, trying to use that trifold and getting a ticket or arrested either way. It doesn't matter. I just wish they would finally look at Chili and say, my God, he's been full of crap this whole time. And he's only getting worse. Hope you enjoy the video.
Man, always film from a wide angle. It's the most important that you film from a wide angle because my cameras will get knocked out of my hands if these guys attack me. So you got to make sure you always have it from a wide angle. So what's the deal, Copper? I mean, like, how much longer do I got to stay here?
So they say.
Like, I don't understand what's going on here.
So it's done.
I don't know why I'm here right now. Because I had my phone in my hand? That's the whole reason? Okay.
Now, we all know that Chili knows this law. We all know this. The problem is Chili thinks he's above the law in every way. It's the way he talks. It's the way he presents himself. It's the way he explains things. He thinks he's above the law. He's not. In the state of California, you cannot use a cell phone or similar electronic communication device while holding it in your hand. You can only use it in a hands-free manner, such as a speakerphone or voice commands, but never while holding it. And what do we see Chili do every time he's in the car? A phone in each hand, a laptop in his lap. Every time. I am surprised this is the first time he's been pulled over for this, but I am so happy that he finally got pulled over for this. And he probably wasn't using two phones at that moment, which really sucks. Because if he had been, it would have been a lot more than just a ticket. Because they would have noticed at that point, he was purposefully driving while distracted and recklessly driving. Because when you're driving with a phone in each hand, staring at yourself in one of those phones, and then reading comments in another one, you are purposefully driving recklessly. Because Chili doesn't care about anybody else on the road. Chili only cares about himself. If he were to hit somebody or cause an accident, because this is the way he drives, he would still blame the other drivers. He's pathetic.
Pretty soon there'll be 1,000 people watching. In just a couple seconds, there'll be 1,000 people here.
It's fun.
So I literally had my phone in my hand. And so because I had my phone in my hand, the coppers pulled me over. And they came up to me and threatened to arrest me. They said they were going to arrest me if I didn't give them my ID for their unlawful detainment.
Good.
And this guy, by the way, he's got a blue terror flag on right there. You see that blue striped terror flag? It's right there. I mean, you know they banned those in LA, right?
This is in LA, and they banned them in LA.
They banned them in LAPD.
Yeah. The chief of police banned it in his station.
Right.
LAPD,
so how?
LAPD.
Okay, that's fine. I'll take the facts as you said them.
Okay.
But why do you think he banned it? How come?
I don't know, and I don't care. Honestly.
Because it's a gang symbol. Because you can't uphold your oath to the Constitution while at the same time you're flying a gang symbol. But I guess you didn't know that.
I didn't.
Well, now you know that the majority...
Well, I apologize for not going to law school like you did, sir.
Put a 1 in the chat if you guys understand that that's a gang symbol. If you agree that what he's wearing on his jersey right here is a gang symbol. 250 people. There'll be 1,000 here pretty quick.
That's okay, sir.
For what? I mean, a minute ago they threatened to attack me and take me to the dungeon if I didn't give them my driver's license. So I got ready to fight these pigs because I am not going to a dungeon. They're not dragging me off to a rape cage because they want to. It's not happening. And I've told you guys this before. I'm never getting shackled with my arms behind my back ever again. That's never happening. You got to arrest me, copper? I'm more than willing to go with you. You say you got to go with me? Okay, I'll put my phones in my pocket and I'll walk away with you. You're on camera right now, aren't you?
That's fine.
Am I on camera?
Are you on camera?
Am I on camera?
You're being recorded.
Okay, so I'm being recorded right now. So that would mean that at 48 years old, I would have to decide that I want to be a felon if I didn't agree to go with them. So would you be willing, if I said, hey, if you got to arrest me, I'm willing to go with you, would you be willing to just let me get in the front seat of the car and you can take me to where you got to go?
No. I don't understand what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is the torture cuffs you use are torture. They're always torture.
Okay.
And what I've said to my people is that I will not go in torture cuffs again, because if I break the law and you have to arrest me, I'm more than willing to go with you. What I'm asking you...
Have you been arrested before, sir?
I've been arrested 20 or 30 or 40 times.
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
Oh, yeah. Each one was wrongful arrest. I have no felonies on my record. I was arrested and dismissed a dozen times before there was a camera phone, because when you call cop...
Okay, so first thing first, when you get pulled over for a traffic violation, it's true you can refuse an officer's request for your ID. Because, they always ask for your driver's license, insurance, or registration. However, refusing to ID could result in your arrest, and actually more than likely will, because they have to ID you. If you refuse to ID yourself, they will arrest you, take you down to the station, and ID you themselves. There is nothing wrong with that. It's not illegal. So Chili caving and giving his ID all because he doesn't want to be arrested should, again, show his supporters that he's full of crap with everything that he says. Now, thin blue line flag. I am so tired of hearing about it being a gang symbol, a terrorist symbol, or whatever. It's not. The thin line flag is manufactured as a thin line flag and is not an alteration of the U.S. flag. Therefore, is not in violation of the U.S. flag code. If you legally acquire a U.S. flag by purchase or gift, then alter, deface, or desecrate the U.S. flag, then you're in violation of the U.S. flag code. There's more than just the blue line. We have the blue line flag, which is law enforcement. We then have a blue and black flag with a white line, which is for emergency medical. We then have the black, white, and gray line for corrections officers. The black, white, and yellow line is for 911 dispatchers. Then we have a black and white with a purple line, which is for security. Then we have the black, the white, and the red line, which is for firefighters. And then we have the black, the white, and the green line, which is for military. None of these are gang symbols. None of these are terrorist symbols. It's just something for people like Chili to have something to whine and complain and bitch about. Because there's obviously not enough out there for them to whine, complain, and bitch about. Now, Chili's saying that all his cases, every time he's ever been arrested, was unlawful arresting and everything was always dismissed. I mean, come on, we all know this is a lie. But let's start at the beginning. City of Oregon in Ohio. He has an open warrant. He's still wanted in Ohio. That was not an unlawful warrant. And when he's arrested, finally, hopefully arrested, it will not be an unlawful arrest. Then we have City of Ironton, Ohio. That was also not an unlawful arrest. He thinks it was. He says it was. He's suing the officer that arrested him, although that was dismissed. He cannot produce a fact. Even in his own timeline, his own life, he cannot produce a fact. This one we have, and I know some of this is going to be out of order, but this is from 1998 out of Texas, where I don't even think he's even, there's no court records or anything because he just left. He failed to appear after being arrested and just left. Like, this is why he says everything was dismissed, because he just never appears and stays away. Like, he's so dumb. Then we have the state of Ohio. This was a misdemeanor. This was for the stalking and disorderly conduct. He was found guilty on this, and he took part in a diversion program. He likes to say that it was dismissed, he was not found guilty, that he did a diversion program. No, a diversion program does not mean you are found innocent. A diversion program is in place to give people who are found guilty a chance to stay out of prison. And he took it. That's great. That's fine. You know, if somebody is offered a diversion program, absolutely take it. But don't come out and say, I was found not guilty and I was found that I was unlawfully arrested because I was given a diversion program. That's not what that means. It means you were found guilty, you did wrong, but the court gave you a shot. Honestly, in my opinion, with a stalking charge, he should have never even been given a diversion program. He should have done time on this. Because it's a dangerous thing. And given the circumstances and reading the police reports on it, yeah, no. That's just my opinion. And then we have another state of Oregon, theft in the second degree. He was also found guilty, but he failed to appear. The warrant was recalled only because he had stayed away for so long, they had to recall it. So this is what Chili does. This is his MO. He commits a crime, he gets arrested, he leaves the state, and he stays away until a allotted amount of time is given for them to say, we have to pull it. Because it's been so much time. This is what he does. And then he thinks, well, I have nothing on my record because I failed to appear, so I didn't go to court and get charged or get, I wasn't found guilty, so that means I'm clean. No, that's not what that means. This is the one from Texas. I just kept it in here to show that it was real. Okay. Here are the two in Oregon that he was found guilty. The one was the theft in the second degree, and the other one was the stalking. Now, he does have 2 dismissed cases in Oregon. Neither one of those are pertaining to the other 2, but they were dismissed.
Look how many people see that as a terroristic symbol. What's your problem?
It's okay. Everybody has.
It's not okay. You're a public servant.
Exactly, I am.
You're paid to protect and serve. You are not paid to wear a gang symbol that people are afraid of.
That's your opinion, sir.
It's not my opinion. It's the opinion of thousands of people.
You're welcome to their own opinion.
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Franco.
Officer Franco, which police department?
Apple Valley District Police Department.
Apple Valley Police Department. Officer Franco? Sergeant, captain, lieutenant, which kind of...
I said officer first.
Officer. So did you get a supervisor out here?
No.
I did request one, didn't I?
Well, I'm here.
Well, you're not a supervisor. I need a supervisor.
Well,
dude, is it your policy when I ask for a supervisor to bring one out, yes or no?
No, it's not the policy.
It's not?
No, it's not.
Okay. So you don't have to bring a supervisor out here?
No.
Okay, so then I just have to deal with the lowest rung of education? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Did you graduate high school?
If that's how you feel.
Did you graduate college?
I did.
You did? What's your degree in?
I graduated in high school, yes, and I have training as a police officer.
Training as a police officer?
I graduated the academy.
You graduated from the academy. 500 people in the room now.
That's okay. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I can't give you a second. I'm gonna go running off. I'm gonna run away, copper. I'm gonna run away.
Okay, I've already gone through this with the flags, but I just wanted to bring it up one more time because, you know, the police officer is correct. This is his opinion, and no matter how many people put a 1 in the chat, it just shows the officer that he has a bunch of uneducated people in his chat, just as Chili himself is an uneducated idiot who doesn't understand what the blue line flag actually means. It's not the American flag at all. In any means possible, is it the American flag? He's too dumb to understand that. He also doesn't have to provide a supervisor. Just because you ask for one doesn't mean he has to provide one. Not everybody has to do that. As a matter of fact, I've checked many policies around the country of police departments, and they do not state that they have to get a supervisor when you ask for one. If you really, really want that supervisor, go ahead and let them arrest you, and they can take you to go meet him. Or you yourself can drive yourself down to the police department and ask to speak with the supervisor. It's not going to get you anywhere, Chili, but we know you wouldn't do that anyways. And then, Chili, you barely graduated high school yourself and did not graduate college. So I don't know what you're trying to prove here with this officer, other than you want him to think that you are highly educated when he can clearly see you are not educated in one bit. It's funny how he agrees with things that Chili's saying because he's just playing along with him because he sees what a dumbass Chili is and how immature he is. The best thing to do is just play along with him and not let him get too much more butt hurt than he already is. He's already upset that he got pulled over and that he had to give his license and that he is going to get a ticket when the one thing he stands for is if you show this trifold, you won't get a ticket. I mean, he didn't even present the trifold this time. He's selling lies. He's like selling that stupid trifold is Chili selling lies, and that's it. And Chili showing his immaturity and his lack of ability to be sober once again as he runs away from the cops saying, I'm running away. Like, I don't think we've ever seen him sober. Have we? I mean, if we have, put it in the comment section and I'll go look it up. But I know as far as I've been watching his stuff, he's never been sober. Like, sober, mentally well people do not behave the way Chili does.
I'm going to go running off. I'm going to run away, copper. I'm going to run away. You kids should be filming this. Every time you see cops, you should be filming. I'm not kidding. You should always film cops. Always, always, always. I mean, look at all the kids. None of them have phones out. You film cops at all times. See, why do you think it is I tell people to film cops? How come? Why do you think that is? Just curious. How come you think it is I tell people to film cops? Because you're dangerous, bro.
That's your opinion.
Okay, so if I said I'm not going to give you my license for holding my phone, what would happen next?
I just, like I said, kept asking you for your license.
What would happen next, though? If I said I'm not giving you my license for holding my phone in my hand, what would happen next?
You fail to identify yourself, that's a crime.
If I fail to identify myself, it's a crime. But I didn't commit any crime. I was just holding my phone.
Did you not acknowledge just earlier that you did have your phone in your hand while operating?
Oh, so California has made it a crime to hold my phone, but it's not a crime.
So therefore, you are verifying that you had your phone in your hand.
So my core criminal conduct is holding a phone?
Which is a legal stop in the state of California.
What's the mens rea of that? Was it willingly, knowingly, negligently? Or...
So you were holding your phone.
Which is it? Reckless?
When you were holding your phone.
I was recklessly holding my phone.
Motor vehicle.
Man, I was holding my phone, guys. They gotta get me, man. He's got his blue terror flag on. He's gonna get me for holding my phone. What's my core criminal conduct? Holding a phone?
All right.
So I'm just asking.
You can twist words however.
Twist words my ass. Right. You're the tyrant upholding the idea that holding...
God, Chili, would you leave children alone? You are so creepy. Leave our children alone. There's no reason why you should be talking to anyone's children at all, even in your family. You are just creepy and gross. Stop telling them to meet you in a different state. Stop trying to get them involved into a conversation where even they can clearly see that you are immature and uneducated. Just leave our children alone. Leave everyone's children alone. You're creepy. Holding your phone while driving is illegal. I've already gone over this. So you may not get it. It's fine. I know you get it. You're just trying to play this for your fan base, and that's it. You know that it's illegal. I do love this officer. He is absolutely wonderful. He sees right through Chili's bullshit. He knows what Chili's trying to pull, so he's just playing along with him. And I think that's the best thing this officer can possibly do while he's waiting for the other officer to print out a ticket for him. And we all know that Chili is the tyrant wannabe. I mean, come on. Look at the frauditors out there. They all have tyrant tendencies. Not the police officers they encounter, but the frauditors themselves all have tyrant tendencies.
And doing it. I mean, pathetic, bro. I think more, just so you know, I think more of you than you think of you, because I would never do what you're doing. And then I tell you that's a blue terroristic stripe flag, and you just go, that's my opinion. Dude, there's right now there's 550 people in here. It's the opinion of thousands of people that that's a terrorism symbol. But yet you're still wearing it. Why?
Because I can.
Because you can.
Okay.
Wow. 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 So go back to the original question. If I said I would surrender, would you still try to put my hands behind my back and torture?
This we're not talking about.
We're not talking about it? Of course, it's the typical response by most coppers. I'm asking you, if I said I'm willing to go, he's got a thin blue line on his mace or whatever that is. What is this one right here, sir? What is that? Is that a flashlight or mace? You got a thin blue line on that one too, huh?
I do.
You just don't get it, do you?
No, sir. You just
don't get it. We're done? You were done because you can't match intellect with me. That's why we're done. Of course we're done talking about it, because you're wearing a gang symbol.
See, Chili, he's not saying it's over because he cannot match your intellect. That's not even close to the truth. A dog has a higher intellect than you have. A flower has a higher intellect than you have. A damn rock has a higher intellect than Chili DeCastro has. The cop is done. He's done playing these childish little immature games that you're trying to play, and you find it funny because you are so desperate to trigger this police officer and it's not working. So now you're getting even more desperate, throwing more bullshit out of your mouth, trying as hard as you can to trigger this officer, and the only one who is being triggered is you. You are triggering yourself because he's not giving you what he wants. And again, just because you and 1,000 uneducated morons literally think that the thin blue line flag is terrorist or gang symbol does not make it a fact. It makes it the opinion of 1,000 uneducated morons.
Symbol?
No.
What about a blue bandana? I see. Good thing you guys got me for holding my phone in my hand. It's a good thing, man. Good thing you got me, dude. What's the core criminal conduct? What's the mens rea? What is it? Just wondering. 600 people. It'll just keep growing, bro. But earlier he told me they would arrest me for not identifying, and I said, I better go live on this, because if I do get arrested, I want to make sure somebody sees it, so that maybe, just maybe, I don't get killed in a dungeon. Maybe. What do you got, copper? You got a ticket over here? What?
Still there.
I mean, come on, bro. I've identified myself.
Cool.
You know, I got a channel with thousands of videos, but yet you're still afraid, like I can't walk up to a car? Like I have thousands of videos. I have almost 100,000 subscribers on this one channel.
That's fine.
But yet I can't walk up to a cop car because you're scared for officer safety?
No, I'm scared.
Then why can't I walk up to a car and just ask him what he's doing? What's that?
I told you to stay over here.
But you don't have dominion over me. You're doing a traffic stop, bro.
Which means you're detained.
Which means I'm detained.
As at this point.
What does that mean, though?
Not to come over here, you will not come over.
What does detainment mean?
It means you're not free to leave. You understand that? And if I tell you not to come over here, you won't.
That's incorrect.
Okay.
You don't get... Okay, so this dunce cap pig doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. Detainment is not dominion. Detainment...
Chili, yet again, showing he doesn't recognize a fact when a fact is stated. The officer has detained you. He has dominion over you. When you're detained, you cannot leave. You have to stand there. You have to literally stand wherever he tells you to stand. Because if not, then you would have already left. And he has every right to keep you from harassing the other officer while he is printing out your ticket or doing whatever he's doing at that very moment. You, on the other hand, have no leg to stand on at this moment. You're completely at the mercy of this police officer. Because he can arrest you at any time. Any time. If you get too much out of line, yes, he can arrest you. And it doesn't matter how many videos you have or how many subscribers you have. They don't know who you are. Just because you give them your ID Your ID doesn't say, hey, this person's a murderer, or hey, this person is a child abuser. Hey, this person is whatever it is. Your ID does not say who you are. They treat every single person they detain the exact same. Unless you're unlawful and you're resisting and all this other stuff, then yeah, things can get a little more heightened. But other than that, they will treat everybody the same because they don't know us. Unless they personally know you, they don't know. You can lift up your shirt and show part of your stomach. That still does not prove to them that you are not carrying a weapon on your body somewhere. It could be in your sock. It could be in your shoe. It could be in the back of your pants. It could be anywhere on you. They're not going to trust you. And you have already shown this officer that you are mentally unstable. So that right there gives them even more proof not to trust you.
Weapons if you didn't know I didn't show that I don't have any weapons. But now that I've showed my mid-waist, you can't Terry stop me. Do you know that? You can't Terry. Oh, no, but you would do a Terry pat down and a Terry detainment if you thought I had weapons, which I just showed you that I don't. Did you know that? So now if you try to cuff me up, that'd be illegal detainment, and I could file a 1983 against you. Okay. I'm just telling you because you're so dumb, dude.
Glad you went to law school, sir.
I didn't go to law school. I'm just a dunce cap, bro. But I did read up on my rights here. I do know a couple of things. I do teach to thousands and thousands of people how to make sure that the pigs can't hem you up for no reason.
You just told the police officer that you didn't go to college to be a lawyer, but you studied up and you know what you're talking about. But even he can tell that you have no clue what you're talking about, because even he told you that if he were to frisk you, it would not be a Terry stop. A Terry stop is when you are out and about and a cop suspects that you were involved in a crime, or you are being suspected of, going to commit a crime. It has nothing to do with getting pulled over for a traffic violation, being arrested for whatever reason, and being frisked at that time. You have no understanding of anything you read. None. You take maybe a sentence or two that fits your narrative, and then you claim that's what it is, and it's not. So yes, you are dumb.
About to get called a few phone calls.
It's fine.
I'm just telling you, you're about to get a few phone calls. You know, I had my phone in my hand. I was actually, this piggy right here, he was hiding on the side of the road. So when I drove by him, I pointed my phone at him. And so then he turned around and pulled me over because you got to keep track of these piggies. You got to keep track of the piggies. You got to keep track of them. 700 people. Didn't I say 1,000? I said 1,000.
See what I mean? The more they ignore him, the more mentally deranged he becomes, the more triggered he becomes, and it's awesome. Because then the more they see that he is not mentally sane, that something's obviously off his rocker. And let's face it, call flooding the police department is illegal. So if you want to do that, you can be held responsible for this legally, because the cop just saw you say that their department was about to get a bunch of calls. So they have it recorded of you saying this, which is you telling them to call. Again, another example of Chili being a complete dumbass.
Did have my phone. I did point it at the copper.
Code 35, 2100.
Yeah, they're saying here that you would kill me. The people in here are saying that you would kill me. That's what they're saying. That you would kill me if I wasn't willing to put my arms behind my back. Is that true? But you got a camera on, I'd be more than willing to go with you. If you said you're under arrest, I would just go with you. Oh, is my ticket?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's just for the cell phone use.
Oh, for my cell phone usage? For pointing my phone at you?
Yeah, for being distracted, looking at me instead of the roadway while you have your phone out, and driving and operating a motor vehicle.
Okay. So you're going to give that to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll take it.
You want to sign?
Oh, you need me to sign that?
Yes, sir.
So I'll put my signature as under duress.
Okay.
Don't put your actual signature. You sign it under duress because he's forcing me to sign this. If I don't sign this, then maybe there's another statute or code that would allow him to arrest me for not signing a ticket. So you sign it under duress. You got more?
No, it's just very license.
Oh. You don't want to keep that?
I do not.
I mean, you never know. I'm a journalist, but I could be a secret terrorist. I could be secretly putting everything I do on film, but then have some sort of terrorist. Okay, so let me see this here real quick. Okay, so where do I sign
You're in the red box, please.
Under duress. I signed it under duress. We didn't quite get to 1,000, Copper. We're just at 850, but I said we'd get to 1,000. I guess we just got to 850.
So him telling the police officer that somebody in his chat said that if he didn't go with them or he resisted arrest, that they would just flat out kill him, is not true. And it just shows you how uneducated and dumb his own subscribers are. And that's why they follow and support him. It is a cult. And that proves it right there, unless somebody didn't really say that until he claims they did, because you know how he does that too. Him signing under duress doesn't mean a damn thing. They still have all his information because of his driver's license. He could sign it anything he wanted to. It won't matter. They still have him. But we all know what Chili's going to do with this ticket. He's going to ignore it. He's not going to pay it. He's not going to show up for court, because he does that every time he gets a traffic ticket. He completely ignores it, and he doesn't go to court. Doesn't pay it, and then he has a bench warrant. He has several bench warrants for stuff like that. Throughout history, he has bench warrants for not showing for court cases. He's so dumb. And I just love how these cops are staring at him like they know he's an idiot. They can see that he's an idiot. I am just so glad that he finally got pulled over for using his phone. However, it would have been so much better and much sweeter had they pulled him over when he had both phones in his hands and the damn laptop in his lap. That would have been way, way, way sweeter than this stop right here. But again, it's just proving to his cultist that you can't, if you do what Chili does and you do what Chili says, you're going to be in trouble.
So you got me, man. You guys got me. You got me on a crime, Copper. You got me, dude. I'm in big trouble here. I'm in big trouble. They got me for a cell phone. I had a cell phone in my hand. Now, do you feel like a man? Did you feel like you wasted your day today? Like, I mean, you really think this is a good job what you just did today? You got mad because someone pointed a camera at you and you pulled me over to give me a ticket for holding a phone, and that's a criminal act. That's an illegal act.
See, Chili wants to tell his cultist that he got pulled over for pointing his phone at a police officer. That's not why he got pulled over. He got pulled over because he had his phone in his hand while he was actively driving. That's what it was. The police didn't get their feelings hurt because he had pointed the camera at them. They could care less where he was pointing it. It was the whole fact that he had it in his hand while he was driving. He knows this, but he's not going to tell his subscribers this or anybody else because he wants them to believe only what he says, not the law.
You got mad because someone pointed a camera at you and you pulled me over to give me a ticket for holding a phone, and that's a criminal act. That's an illegal act.
All right, sir. Well, you have a great rest of your day. Please don't use your cell phone while operating a motor vehicle.
I'm going to film you guys the rest of the time I'm here.
Oh, you can film
everywhere you go. I'm going to be right behind you filming you.
I appreciate it.
You guys are now my interest, and so I'm a journalist, so I'll be filming you the whole time I'm here.
Awesome.
Do anything to get rid of this terror flag, bro. Right. Please get rid of the terror flag.
All right, sir. You have a great day, okay?
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah.
Oh, here's your license. Here's your license.
Oh, you're going to give me my license? That's great.
I want you.
You sure?
No.
You got me, Copper. You got me. This cop came up. I asked for a supervisor, and instead of getting a supervisor, he told me that he didn't have to get me a supervisor, that he could do whatever he wanted. I went live when they threatened to arrest me. Good thing the cops are here, criminalizing your cell phone. Man, let me. I'm gonna talk to the kids here.
Of course.
Listen, you kids, let me say something. You kids have got to film cops. When you see the cops with somebody, you got to film them. It's the difference between someone living or dying.
We're trying to get some ice cream, Rusty. Calm down.
I get it, but you got to film cops at all times.
Why not?
You always film cops. None of these kids were filming. It's unbelievable. None of them were filming. It's just so unbelievable to me that none of them were filming the cops. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Okay, so there goes Chili running towards the teenage kids because he wants to see if they were on his side and he wants to talk to them. But you know what? Those kids were smarter than him even. I love that smaller kid when he turned around and he was like, look, we're just trying to get ice cream, man. Leave us alone. Like, that kid is awesome. The kid was right. Leave them alone. They could tell that Chili was a creepy person. They could tell that he was an idiot and uneducated. And they could tell he was nobody worth talking to. The kids were smart. Those police officers did nothing wrong. Nothing. And it's finally, we got to see him get pulled over for using his phone in his hand. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it was such a satisfaction to see Chili finally get pulled over for his phone in his hand. Again, it would have been even better had he had both his phones in his hands and the laptop in his lap like normally. But let's point something out here, just really quick. Chili had a complete meltdown for weeks over a police officer accidentally running over or hitting a 13-year-old girl with his police cruiser. Okay? He was totally adamant on getting this guy for murder and all this other stuff. We all know it was just, a grift, a way for him to take advantage of a grieving family. But here Chili was using his phone while driving, and we all know when he uses his phones while driving, he's not paying attention to the road, he's paying attention to his phone. But here he is driving with his phone in his hand, where basically children had just got out of school and they're walking across the street and they're walking in this little area to get ice cream. He could have hit and killed any one of those children, any one of them. But you know what? He would have blamed the child. He would have said the child shouldn't have been there. And we all know that's what he would have done. He would have never taken responsibility for it. He would have never blamed himself like he should have. He would have said the child wasn't supposed to be there. Why are they standing there? But the whole point I'm trying to make here is that Chili will persecute a police officer who hits a child who is crossing the street, not only drunk, but also on drugs, not paying attention, playing chicken with their friends in the street, but yet Chili drives reckless, not paying attention to the road, and he could have hit and killed or seriously hurt any of those children there that were getting ice cream. But he doesn't care, because to Chili, he's above the law. Chili honestly believes he's above the law. And the only reason why Chili went after that family in West Virginia and leached onto them to take advantage of them was because a police officer was involved. But Chili drives recklessly every time he gets behind the wheel. I swear, I hope every day, I pray every day that he gets his license revoked. Because the quicker that happens, the safer everybody is when they're out on the roads. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I said I was going to get it out yesterday, but it came out today, so I do apologize to everybody. I said it would come out yesterday. Anyways, I wanted to hurry up and get this out today for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video. Take care, be safe, and I love each and every one of you.